All right, everyone, this is our second lesson, introducing classical civilizations. So again, just a quick reminder, we're talking about four major classical civilizations: India, China, Greece, and Rome. And what we're looking at right now is just an introduction. Where were they located? What were the civilizations? Where were they located? And what we're going to do in this lesson is look at particularly this bullet point: how interconnected were they, and what connected these civilizations to one another? And the answer in that is really the trade routes. So we're going to be looking at the trade routes and the trade networks in this lesson. In our future lessons, for the rest of this week and next week, we will be taking a look at the individual civilizations themselves and looking at what makes them so special. All right, so where were classical civilizations located? So we're looking at a map right now. The map on the left, you see a map of the entire, almost the entire world here, but North America and South America are not included. But we're looking at Asia, Africa, Australia is here, but it's not called Australia at that time, it's called Oceania. Southeast Asia is here. So you can see the colored parts. Europe, this is Italy, that's colored in orange and yellow. Egypt is over here. The Middle East, so Mesopotamia, one of our ancient civilizations existed here. South Asia, East Asia, this is where kind of the birthplace of China. I mean, this is China, but this is where the civilizations first started. And then we'll have a smattering of civilizations in Southeast Asia. The map on the right this is Italy, and we can recognize Italy because it looks like a big boot. This is the toe of the boot, this is the heel, and it looks like the boot is kicking, a ball or like a football. So this is the Italian peninsula. All right, so large map here, we can see where the classical civilization's located. All right, so this is a similar map of what you just saw, and kind of what I walked you through. So this is a classical civilizations map from 500 BCE. This is where our classical civs lived or were located, and what empire or dynasty was there. So in the Edpuzzle, what I'm going to have you do is answer question number 1. Which continent was the Zhou dynasty located on? So looking at this map, find where the Zhou dynasty is labeled on the map. It's pointing to a continent. What continent is that located on? I'm going to have you answer that in the Edpuzzle now. Question 2. What body of water did the Roman Republic border in 500 BCE? So what body of water did the Roman Republic border? Here's the inset map for this area over here, and the inset map is located Roman Republic. So what body of water do you think this borders? Answer that in the Edpuzzle. It's a multiple choice question. Answer that in the Edpuzzle now. Question 3, based on this map, which civilization controlled the greatest amount of land in 500 BCE? Which region was it located in? So which civilization controlled the greatest amount of land? Which empire, dynasty, kingdom, or city-state is the largest based on, the largest amount of color? And which region was it located in? Answer that in the Edpuzzle. And question 4, which two civilizations labeled on the map were closest to the Greek city-states in 500 BC? All right, now we're looking at a map of 200 CE. Our previous map was 500 before Common Era. This is 200 years into Common Era. So looking at this map, first we want to break down what we see on this map before we try to answer any of the questions. So we see the title, we see the key down here. Any of the tan area is territory that's not controlled by a major empire. The red is the Roman Empire, and this is Europe, so the European continent. How much of Europe and Northern Africa, right here, parts of the Middle East, is controlled by the Roman Empire. And the major sea here is the Mediterranean Sea. Moving east, we've got the Middle East in the light blue color. Continuing east, we've got South Asia, so various regional kingdoms in India. Continue east, we've got East Asia, and in East Asia is the Han Dynasty in China. So if you recall from the previous map we looked at, from 500 BCE, the area in China right here was much smaller than it is right now, colored in, and 200 CE. So the Han Dynasty is controlling more territory than the Zhou Dynasty did 500, 600, 700 years prior to this. So looking at question 8, which two civilizations control the greatest amount of land in 200 CE? Which two civilizations? Answer that in the Ed puzzle. Now, question 9. Identify the 3 continents that the Roman Empire controlled land on. So here's the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire exists on 3 different continents. List or identify those 3 continents in the Ed puzzle. And question 10. What changed in South Asia between 200 BCE and 200 CE? Why do you think this change took place? So we're looking here at this map. This is 200 CE. So get an idea of what this looks like right now. All right, we've got the yellow, a little bit of pink, and green here. I'm going to scroll up to a map above that you haven't seen yet. We're going to take a look at 200 BCE and see what the difference for this region is right here. All right, so here is this region. This is South Asia, 400 years prior to what you just looked at. So what's the biggest difference here? We've got Maurya Empire labeled. South Asia is mostly colored in green. All right, so we're going to scroll back down. This is the area we're looking at. Okay, what changed in South Asia from 200 BCE to 200 CE? And why do you think this change took place? Answer that in the Ed puzzle. All right, our last map for this lesson, introduction number 2, is right here. This is Classical Civilizations in 500 CE. So from the previous map that you just looked at, that was 200 CE. Now we've moved forward 300 years to now 500 CE. And we're going to break down this map before we look at the questions. So again, the tan color is territory that has not been controlled by any major empire or civilization. Starting on the western part of the map, kingdoms ruled by tribes who conquered Rome, and pointing to 3 different areas. So this arrow is pointing to this dark blue. That is what we know as Spain today. Right here, parts of France, Luxembourg, Belgium, maybe parts of Germany, moving into Italy. As we move east, we've got this orange color, parts of Africa here, Saudi Arabia, the Middle East, Turkey, Eastern Roman Empire. So this orange is labeled as the Eastern Roman Empire. This purple is the Persian Empire. The green is South Asia or the Gupta Empire. The purple over here is East Asia, Northern Wei Empire ruled by Mongolian invaders. And the Southeast Asia, this dark purple is Southern Sung Empire, and that's the southern half of China as we know today. All right, so taking a look at the questions. Question 11. Which civilization had control of most of South Asia in 500 CE? So this is a map of 500 CE. Which civilization controlled most of South Asia? So South Asia is here in the green. What empire is that? Question 12. To travel from the Eastern Roman Empire, which is here, the orange, to the Persian Empire, here, this light purple, maybe, in which direction would a merchant have to go? Which direction would a merchant have to go? North, south, east, or west? And finally, question 13, looking at map number 3, which I'll scroll up, and map number 4, what changed in Europe and East Asia between 200 and 500 CE? So we want to pay attention to Europe, right here, and East Asia, right here. Okay, so get an idea, kind of think about what all this looks like on this map. We're going to move back in time 300 years to this map and look at Europe. Europe's here. East Asia is here. Okay? Now that you know what that looks like and you see what this is what Europe looks like and how it's controlled, and this is what East Asia looks like in 500 CE, answer this question in the Edpuzzle. What changed in Europe and East Asia between 200 and 500 CE?